And now it is time for discussing diesels. Which are they?
You know, I love me a good villain. The Green Goblin from Spider-Man, Dr. Robotnik with the Sonic franchise, and if you know me, I just love Megatron, and that stupid little doll just has my heart. But today's subject comes from the 2000 movie,
How does this keep happening?
One of my favorite things introduced from this movie was, of course, the big man himself.
Get out of my way!
Diesel 10. Originally voiced by Keith Scott, then recast with Joe Madsen, and then finally Neil Crone, Diesel 10 was made as the big bad to this movie, finally coming back to the island of Sodor with a plan to finish what he started with the Lost Engine long ago. Now, how about we ignore how much that doesn't make any sense because, you know, God forbid Thomas's first movie has any sort of cohesion. Anyway, I was introduced when I got Tamar on DVD when I was like 2 years old, and I always have loved the Big Lug since. Such a unique design, fun character, and Neil Crone's New Jersey accent is just the perfect little cherry on top for a memorable and goofy performance in all the right ways.
I can do whatever I want! Help you? Old McDiesel had a plan. I know that's gonna ruin my facial.
I always loved seeing him in like anything, especially fan projects. It's gotten to the point where I genuinely see him as the big villain of this stupid little choo-choo train show. All of the fun fan content that does anything with him makes me very happy. Sometimes. My time with Diesel 10 has been long and prolific. I discussed him briefly in my final video, but I'll go more in depth here. To start, Thomas and the Magic Railroad was my favorite film as a child, and I loved Diesel. He was so captivating to me, and I just loved him throughout the movie. He was a favorite villain of mine growing up, and it genuinely stuck as being one of my favorite bits about this stupid movie as a whole. I mainly remember loving the whole bit with Junior landing on him, along with the scrapyard meeting scene and the chase. Oh, he was perfect in it. But what I think about him is the real meat here. He is the best balance of what I call the villain without a brain. Someone who can be a legitimate threat while also showing that he can be comical. And a good amount of that, it can be attested to Neil's wonderful acting of comedy, especially with some of the cut stuff in the soon-to-be director's cut.
I always mean what I do, you rust bucket. I hate when that happens. I call it how to stop being stupid.
He genuinely added so much fun to 10 that shouldn't go unnoticed. Then there's everything after.
Alright, let's get this over with.
I'm not a huge fan of, like, anything afterwards, official-wise. It's cool that he stayed relevant. He's arguably the most marketable character from Tamar, especially with his merchandising!
Where the real money from the movie is made.
Yeah, but overall, with Calling All Engines, I don't like the Tamar retcons that was attempted. I think Diesel's is just lousy and lady. Oh, you're for another day. With CGI 10, man.
Wait, didn't you just say you liked how it kept him relevant?
Yeah, but I still want him stoned! It's just a cycle with both of his appearances, but that's for the later half of his piece. Overall, Diesel 10 genuinely means so much to me as a character. I'm glad I finally got to talk more in depth about my second favorite Thomas character, even for such a great appearance in such a poorly received film. You know, on that topic, I wonder if there's any rewrites out there that could tackle Diesel 10 in such a fun way. I wonder... Oh. Go on, Diesel 10 means trouble!